DD India's William Denslow joins us from New York now. William, tell us more about this floating harbour that the US plans to build to help get aid into Gaza by sea, and how long will it take to set this pier?
Well, Tavi, we've heard from US Central Command, and they say that they have responded to the US President's request to set up this temporary pier off the coast of Gaza within 36 hours. Now we have this announcement that this military ship containing supplies for that pier is en route to the Palestinian enclave. As far as we understand it from the Pentagon, some 1,000 US troops will be participating in this operation. Significantly, according to Washington, none of those US troops will step foot into the Palestinian enclave. When it comes to the timing, well, that is a real issue of concern. Officials say it'll take up to 60 days to construct this pier. The message from aid agencies is that that is too long. This comes as the United Nations warns that a quarter of Gaza's population, that's over 500,000 people, are one step away from famine.
Also, William, Gaza has no functioning port. So how is the US planning to send aid to those in need?
Yeah, that's a real concern. That means that no major ships can get close to the coastline of Gaza. That is why things like temporary ports are being looked at as a means of getting more aid into the Palestinian enclave. Of course, there are also reports that similar kinds of proposals could be underway to help this EU shipment of humanitarian aid to enter Gaza via sea. You also mentioned that we have seen an increase in airdrops coming into Gaza, and that drop that we've seen in recent days into northern Gaza, which is a part of the Palestinian enclave that is in particular need of these humanitarian supplies. There are huge warnings, though, from the United Nations. We've heard in recent days from Sigrid Kaag, who is the UN Special Coordinator for Gaza. She says, and she said just a few days ago at UN headquarters here in New York, she said that supplies via sea and via air, they're all well and good, but they're just a drop in the bucket. What she said was absolutely imperative was more aid to get into Gaza via land. She says that is because supplies can come in with greater quantity, it'll be quicker. Essentially, we can get closer to matching the needs that are on the ground. That is why United Nations officials say a ceasefire is urgently needed to get humanitarian aid into the enclave, whether it's through land, whether it's through sea or by air.
Thank you very much, William, for those updates. William Denslow joining us from New York.